Okay. I think I'm back. I think we good. I think we got everything fixed. We want to make sure we got everything fixed here. All right. Cool. All right. Just waiting on my people. Come back. All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear this crisp voice? Put LUs in the chat if you can. I want to make sure everyone can hear because I want to drop these gems. I want to drop knowledge. Audio good. My man. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Cool. All right. So tonight we're going to be talking about like the most high in demand roles in cloud in 2026. All right. But also, we're just not going to be talking about cloud roles, right? Tonight, we're going to be talking about your future. We're going to talk about the mindset that you need to really push yourself into these type of roles. All right. A lot of us right now want to get into tech, want to get into cloud, and we just feel like we can't do it, whether it's we don't have enough time, whether we're not smart enough, whether we feel like the technology is too advanced for us to learn. If you feel that way, put your hands up. It's no feeling bad about how you feel, right? Put your hand up. I just want to see how many people actually feel this way. Like, hey, I want to get into this space, but I just have a block and I don't know what it is. Put your hands up. And tonight, we're just going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how you only one decision away from the income that you want, the confidence that you need, and the ability to transcend your family's trajectory into another stratosphere with the type of money you could make in this industry. All right. So, first of all, whether you are 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000 a year right now on your income and you want to make six figures, there's no person in this industry that is walking around with a bubble that says you can't make that type of money. There's no person making $250,000 that says you can't make this type of money. There's no person making $500K a year that's walking around with a bubble that says I'm special. You can't make this type of money. If you don't know who I am, my name is Broadus Palmer. I'm founder of a company called Level Up in Tech, where we help mid-career professionals transition into cloud engineering by helping them understand how to solve problems as a cloud engineer. I've been in cloud space for over 8 years. I went from 40K a year working at BB&T as a banker to a seven-figure income in a matter of just 2 years working in the cloud, starting my own company as well. All right. So I've seen it. I worked with industry leaders. I am an industry leader. I've talked to C-suite. I partner with all these companies where I know what it is that could get people hired. And most of you all, that the thing that's stopping you from getting hired is this. So we're going to talk about that. Okay. So you got to understand that you're more capable of doing more than where you are right now. All right. And you've been stuck where you are because you're indecisive. So a lot of y'all researching, you're starting a course, you're stopping the course, you're restarting the course. So put your hands up if you ever been that person as well, right? You started a course. Yeah, I started this CERT course, man. Started the AZ900 and you ain't finished the AZ900 yet. Or I started the CCP, man, and you ain't finished the CCP yet. Put your hands up. Put your hands up if that's you. And it's okay. It is okay. You see what I'm saying? Somebody said I gave up on Tech Journey, got tired of seeing people say they can't find a job. So think about that. Think about this. You gave up because other people who you don't even understand the variables between them and the job, you gave up because they said they couldn't find a job. Understand this. Their journey is not your journey. For case in point, how many players? I mean, I don't know. I think what is like 300 players, maybe it could be a little bit more or less. How many players do you think try to get into the NBA every single year? Do you think they let all the players who couldn't get in stop them from trying to get in? Do you think LeBron, do you think Giannis, or do you think SGA, or do you think Curry, or do you think whoever looked at those thousands of other people and said, man, they can't get in. I might not even, just might as well don't even try. They can't get in. I'm not even going to try. Think about how that sounds. That's the mindset you let, because somebody else couldn't get a job. Where, think about if LeBron said he was going to quit because he seen such and such couldn't get into the NBA or even college. You don't know the variables or the roadblocks. The roadblocks that person that didn't get into the NBA could have just been mental roadblocks because they didn't think they were good enough. And you let that rub off on you. But that's okay. This is what we're here to change. Somebody said I finished AZ 900 and never took the test. Take the test. Okay. So tonight we're ending all of that. All of that. All right. Type it stops now. Put in the comments, it stops now. You're ready to stop restarting tonight, and you're ready to take this shit to another level. Type it stops now, because I want you to tell yourself it stops now. Let me take a little sip of my water. I want to see it stops now. It stops now. It stops now. If you think you can't get into the industry, it stops now. If you've been starting and stopping, it stops now. If you've been trying to learn and you bang your head against the wall and you're just feeling down on yourself and you quit, it stops now. If you've been seeing other people struggle to get in the industry and you think that's you, it stops now. Right now. Because tonight, I'm not going to leave you with more information. I'm leaving you with 100% clarity on who you are becoming. It stops now. It stops now. Absolutely. Okay. So let me ask you something. And I just want you to just kind of ask yourself in your head. You know what I'm saying? Before I start, somebody said, honestly, how is really the job market, and which country is better for cloud engineers? The job market is a job market. Like, some people say, oh, the cloud industry or the tech industry is saturated, right? Okay, so let's say you're a baker at a grocery store, and let's say you're at Publix or Martin's or whatever the case may be, and you got laid off or you got fired or you lost your job, whatever the case. Would you not go and apply to other grocery stores as a baker because that's what you are? And wouldn't you think the grocery industry is super saturated with people who are looking for a job, right? The cloud industry, the tech industry is no different. Companies are always hiring, right? Here's the thing that you got to understand. People don't want to hold themselves accountable when they can't do something, so they blame other things. You know what? I just got my certification and I'm going to apply to 100 jobs. Man, see, I told you the industry's saturated. Nobody's hiring. It's because you don't have the skills. You just went and took a certification and you didn't gain any type of skill set or show any proof you could solve any problems. But yet the industry is saturated. You apply to a job that you don't even show a proof on your resume you can solve those type of problems, and you don't get callbacks, and the industry is saturated. It's not you, though. It's not you. Think about this. We're no longer looking at ourselves as a employee looking for a job. We're looking at ourselves as a business looking to build our services to land the best client. So as a business, let's say you are a carpenter, you remodel bedrooms. I use this analogy all the time. And somebody says they need their landscaping done. They need landscaping done in their yard. Why would you apply to that job if you have no experience? And that's what a lot of people do. Think about it. A lot of people apply to jobs who ask for specific skills, and they apply with a resume that shows the things that they done, thinking that's good enough because they done them. Do I make sense here? Put the LU in the chat if I make sense. I want to make sure I'm making sense before we move forward. I know y'all got a lot of questions, right? But I want to just put the LU in the chat if I make sense, please, because I just want you to get this value, because at the end of the day, success doesn't give a fuck about how you feel. People will come back and tell you everything about the industry except for holding themselves accountable. Here's the thing that you need to hear before we move forward. You will always get your return on investment if you don't quit. The moment you quit, everything go out the window. So those people that you talk to, quit. Period. It don't matter how long it takes. It don't matter if it took somebody 2 years to get into the industry, and let's say they make $50,000, but at the end of those 2 years, they got a role paying 105. You gonna get that at your job in 2 years? You barely get 3% raise. And half of y'all go to school for 2 years and don't even finish. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Okay. So let me get back to it before I answer that question. Let me get back to where I was at. So let's think about in our head right now. Let's think about something honestly, right? If nothing changes, where are you 3 years from now? Same job, same salary, same frustration, same exhaustion. And you realize you fail because you never fully commit. And to be honest with you, some of y'all are in that space right now where you've been thinking about this for 3 years, right? Being indecisive is the most expensive decision you can make. Let me run that back. Being indecisive is the most expensive decision you can make. What you talking about, Broadus? How is that? Well, if you're making 60K right now and you want to make $100,000, the difference right now is 40K a year, right? That means every 6 months that you wait or don't take action towards your goal, it's costing you $20,000. So let's say some of y'all right now have already waited three years. That's $120,000 you could have had in your pocket. That's $100,000 you could have had in your pocket. Let's say you wait 5 years. Oh, that's $200. That's $200K in your pocket that you didn't have because you decided that you weren't going to make a decision. Confusion is expensive. Hesitation is expensive. Restarting is expensive. You're avoiding commitment here. So this is what I mean. Before we even talk about y'all on here because you want to know the top roles in 2026. I'm going to give them to you. But before we even get there, I got to get you to believe some things that you're not believing right now. Y'all too busy believing other people who ain't doing. Look, who are you listening to? Are you listening to people who are doing the things you want to do and making the money you want to make and been where you are? If not, stop listening to them. Stop listening to them. I want y'all to understand that. Okay? So now we got our thinking straight. We got our little thinking cap on. Okay? Brothers, you making sense. I know I make sense. If it makes sense, it makes dollars. I ain't going to tell you no bullshit. Right? But now let's tune our mind to really understand. In order to be, this is something I tell everyone when I talk to them. In order to be in this industry and be super successful, we have to be one thing. We have to be extremely coachable. And being extremely coachable is what we call having a teachability index that consists of two things. Number one is the willingness to learn. You have to have the willingness to learn more than anything right now. I want to learn this. I want to learn this. I got to learn this. I got to learn this. If you don't, you're not tired of where you are. And you have to be extremely tired of where you are right now. Some of you right now on here, you'd be like, well, I mean, if I get a job, if I don't, I'm still straight. You're not tired of where you are. You don't have an urgency to change your scenario and your situation. But for those of you that are tired, you have to have a willingness to learn. And number two, you have to have a willingness to change and implement. Meaning, change. Okay, let's rewind because I get ahead of myself, you know. Meaning, in order to make it from where you are in salary to where you want to go in salary, whether that's 50K to 100K or whether you already at 100K and you want to go to 150K, it's going to require a different person. It's going to require a different you. It's going to require you to think differently. It's going to require different habits of you. And here's the problem. A lot of us don't want to ask ourselves, what are we willing to sacrifice? What are we willing to change? Are we willing to be an empty vessel? Some of us have been taught through our lives and through our careers that these are the steps to become successful, right? But then when you hear somebody something that's totally off, unorthodox, and it sounds crazy to you, you're like, no. But see, the thing is, you need to say, well, let me be an empty vessel because I have to be extremely coachable, because sometimes I don't even know that I don't know. So let me be extremely coachable and let me implement and let me change my mind first and let me implement some of these things that they're talking about so I can see the results. Let me get out of my comfort zone and just change myself so I can see the result that I've been asking for. That's the thing that stops people right where they are, because a lot of you want the success that you asked the universe for, but you don't want to change to get it. And the universe requires you to become a different person in order to get what you say you want, especially in this industry. And a lot of you want to learn this stuff, want to become a cloud engineer, and want to make the money you asked for doing the same shit you've been doing for the last 5 years. Understand, where you are right now is an accumulation of the things you've done over the last few years. If the things you've done over the last few years was enough for you to get a 150K salary in the industry that you wanted to be in, which is tech and cloud engineering, etc., then you already have it. Do I make sense? Please give me a thumbs up if I make sense. Please, I want to make sure I make sense. I'm waiting. Thumbs up. If I don't make sense, give me thumbs down. Thumbs up. Okay. I want to make sure I make sense. Okay. So we have to be that different person. We have to change the way we think. We have to change our habits. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can tell yourself all day, oh man, I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen. What if I'm not smart enough? What if I can't learn this? It's okay. As long as you show up and learn it. Because success doesn't give a fuck about how you feel. It cares about what you do and how you execute. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to give you what you came for, okay? The most in-demand cloud roles. But more importantly, right, I'm going to give you a framework to really decide your lane. So you stop restarting forever. So we stop jumping on this cert course and stopping. So we, stop getting a Coursera course and then never finishing it. Okay. So number one, here's the most in-demand cloud roles right now. So number one, we got cloud engineer. Okay. This person builds and manages the cloud systems. All right. So it's a strong junior level path for most mid-career professionals. It's not an entry level role, right? However, you can learn it and become a junior cloud engineer. I've helped over 1,500 people in the last 6 years do that. I know. All right. Number two is DevOps engineer. So this is more like automation, continuous integration and deployment, infrastructure as code. It's higher demand, higher skill requirement, and typical same upside as a cloud engineer. And sometimes you may have companies say they want a cloud engineer, and you look at the job description and they want DevOps engineer as well. So, I mean, these roles are super interchangeable, and you just got to read the job description. Okay. Number three, cloud security engineer. So this is identity, governance, compliance, threat detection, development, security operations. It's this huge demand. All right. And I'm going to tell you why, because it's one tool, one technology that just creates this entire demand for it. Okay. So this is huge. It's huge in demand, especially for people with regulated like industry backgrounds. Okay. Number four, cloud support, cloud operations. So this is monitoring, troubleshooting, ticket-based ticket resolution. This is a low barrier to entry for IT professionals transitioning upward. So, like if you're already in a tech support help desk role, cloud support, cloud operations could be a great role for you to grab. Okay. Number five is cloud architect or cloud consultant, right? You to help design and consult and design systems at scale. And this usually grows from a cloud engineer role with somebody with experience. Okay. Now, here's the thing that makes these jobs super important when you're looking at getting into them. All these jobs require you to learn AI skills, use AI services. Okay. So, like, understanding what cloud engineer does, but also using AI to expedite your workflow or, automate a lot of things using DevOps engineer as well. Cloud security with AI booming, right? Security is an issue because companies haven't built a culture around security and they don't spend a lot of money on it sometimes. And they really need, like, security should be first around anything in IT. It's security, right? So being a cloud security engineer is in huge demand. Cloud support, AI, ticket-based systems, all that. How do we efficiently operate as an operations engineer and get work done more effectively and use AI to do it? And use AI to focus on a lot of the grunt work that we do so we can focus on a critical task of our job, right? And then cloud architect and consulting, where a lot of these companies are building center of excellence and they need to build culture and guardrails on how to use cloud. How do we come in and consult them and architect a solution where they're using models in their infrastructure, and how do we understand the best type of services to cost optimize for them to use? Okay. So AI is very huge on this. All right. So I just want you to understand that. Okay. Now it's time to reframe. Okay. So, like, these roles are in demand, but demand doesn't get you hired. It's the positioning that you have, it's the commitment that you have to positioning yourself, and the execution on all of it. So, once again, you are a business looking to build your service to land the best client. So, let's talk about that for a few seconds. As a business, why would you spend your time building your services, which is your skills and yourself as an engineer, and not market yourself? So why would you say, I have this great business idea, you build this business, and you don't even tell people about it? That's what a lot of y'all do right now. You're going out, you're learning these services. Some of you are even building some type of projects, whether basic foundational projects or even diving into complex projects. And why are you not screaming from the mountaintop that you can solve problems for all these organizations? I'll wait. Please, somebody tell me. I'm gonna wait 30 seconds for somebody to tell me in the comments, why would we do that? Anybody? Why would we do that? Somebody said, I guess because it's saturated. That's a good question. Okay. Okay. Let's use your saturation. If you're talking about this, let's use your saturation uh, theory, right? In business, how many different brands of bleach y'all see when you go to the store? How many different brands of cola you see when you go to the store? How many different brands of cereal you see when you go to the store? How many different brands of deodorant you see when you go to the store? How many different brands of milk you see when you go to the store? How many different brands of chicken you see when you go to the store? How many different brands of bacon you see when you go to the store? How many different brands of toilet paper you see when you go to the store? Do you think those companies say, please don't put me in Kroger, man. I don't want to be in Kroger. It's saturated. Please don't put me in Publix, man. Please don't put me in Wegmans. I don't want to be in Wegmans, man. Y'all already got 5, 6 toilet paper companies. They're saturated. No. You know why? Because they attract the right customer for them. You have to attract the right customer for you. Yes, I know every interview and every job you apply for, you think it's the right fit. but it ain't. You need to go out here and find a company or companies that you can solve their problem. Maybe you like dealing with a certain tool as an engineer. Maybe you like Terraform. Well, what companies really need you for infrastructure as code? Go find those companies and say, hey, I can solve your problem. The game ain't saturated. The game is saturated. You know what the game is saturated with? The game is saturated with 97% of the people doing the same thing, trying to find a job. And it's all about standing out. They doing the same shit on LinkedIn. They see a job that has 100 applicants already applied, and they applied the same way those applicants applied. And then be like, why they ain't call me back? Bro, they had 100 people before you even thought about it. What could have been a different way that you could contact them? Could you have reached out to a manager? Could you have reached out to a person on the team and said, hey, listen, man, my name is Broadus. Listen, I'm contacting you because I am super interested in the cloud engineer role of an ABC company. Listen, I was wondering, what are the chances you have 5 minutes or 10 minutes for a virtual coffee? I would love to talk to you about, like, how did you come to work at ABC company? Like, what's the day-to-day and what's keeping you there as far as culture? If you have 5 minutes to explore and talk, I will be super grateful. Looking forward to hearing from you. Breadstick said, can I still join your cohort? Absolutely, Breadsticks. Just DM me and see what's going on, Breadsticks. Okay. Is this valuable so far, y'all? Like, I want to make sure I'm giving y'all value. And I want to make sure I'm giving you value that you only learn from me, right? Because I just want to take what's in my head and give you something that is just, God damn, he really changed my mindset. Give me a thumbs up if this is valuable to y'all. Give me thumbs up. Please, I want to see some thumbs up. Give me thumbs down. Give me thumbs down. If it's not valuable, give me thumbs down. Okay? So, how to choose your cloud lane so you stop restarting. Well, number one, let me add a link real quick. Hold on, y'all. Let's see what I can do. I'm just messing with this stuff, so y'all know. Let's do this. Okay. All right. Let's see. So here I have a quiz. I'm gonna put this in the chat. It's called cloudcareerquiz.com. If you don't know the type of role that you will be great in cloud, go and take that quiz. Go and take that quiz. That's going to tell you the type of cloud role you would crush it in. Go ahead, take the quiz. Cloudcareerquiz.com. I'm going to leave it up for a few more seconds. And what I want you to do when you take the quiz, come back and put in the chat, what was your role? What was your role? Okay. I'm going to get it up for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. So the quiz is based on your preference, like things you like to do. So it's not based on your experience. It's based on, like, what do you like to do? Then it tells you the type of role you'll be good at. Because maybe what you're doing right now is something you don't like to do. All right. Something that you just found out how to do it and you've just been doing it. Okay. So factor one for learning your lane is really understanding, like, what do you already know? Are you in tech support? That's an easy leverage to cloud support, right? Or engineer. Are you in finance or compliance? FinOps, cloud security role, right? Operations mindset. They could be DevOps, DevSecOps, etc. Right? So, like, you don't really have to start from zero. Like, you can leverage. A lot of you all are in this space right now and don't even know it. So, like, maybe you're using certain cloud tools and agile tools at work that you don't even know that we use in the industry as well, right? So maybe you are already on identity access and management and permissions and groups and policies at work right now. Or maybe you are already focusing on, if you're in banking or healthcare, et cetera, you're using Epic, or you're, working with different type of clients every single day. 100 clients a day that you receive. Maybe that you'll be good in consulting. So once you learn cloud infrastructure and get some experience under your belt, hands on, maybe you like talking to clients about how they can be successful in cloud. How do they can come out and take a legacy application that's on prem? How will we be able to use a framework, right, to move their stuff to the cloud? And what that's going to do for them is the outcome. Maybe that's you. Okay. So factor two, we have skill tolerance. So be honest with yourself, and this is what the quiz is about as well, right? Do you enjoy automation? Do you enjoy security policies? Do you enjoy designing systems? Do you enjoy troubleshooting? Right? Be honest with yourself. Like, well, I do like tinkering and stuff. I do like when stuff breaks. Even if you're a mechanic, man, I love, trying to figure out what's going on. That mindset is done wonders in tech. You probably don't think you can do that because you're like, I'm a hands-on person, man. I can't figure out that computer stuff. It's the same thing, but it's just virtual. You're solving problems. You're thinking. When you a mechanic, you have to think, and you still got to use a computer to be able to fix these cars, right? You're not fixing cars manually. Like, let me listen. Oh yeah, that's the motor. No, you're using computers to tell you exactly what it is, and you're using software, and you're using an operating system, and some of you are using a command line, and yet you think you can't be successful in tech. Okay, so factor three is market demand. It's like demand matters, okay? But demand plus your leverage equals speed to market. And speed creates the momentum for you in your brand. And the momentum creates the confidence, because now you see people are, when you start building your services and you start marketing yourself and gaining that leverage and problems you can solve, and people are starting to pay attention to you, and people are starting being in your inbox just conversating with you, and these hiring managers are liking and commenting on your posts, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even think people like that were even looking at me. That creates confidence around what you can do, right? How many of y'all right now, raise your hand, how many of y'all right now are posting projects? If you're not posting projects, put not me. But if you are posting projects, put your hand up. How many of y'all posting projects right now? Hand up or not me. Where are you posting your projects? What platform are you posting your projects? Let me know. GitHub, okay. Somebody said LinkedIn, GitHub, LinkedIn. Not me, okay. Okay, LinkedIn, okay. Don't be lying. So you know what? I'm gonna call one of y'all out. Everyone that said you post to GitHub and LinkedIn, send me your GitHub repo, your GitHub link to your repos, and send me your LinkedIn URL. Send it to me in my inbox because I'm gonna check them out. Okay. Factor four is execution depth. So can you commit 6 to 12 months to this lane? This is where most people fail right now. No, brothers, I want a job in 90 days. Sorry, hey, look, if you don't have any background, I can't help you. Not saying you can't. Not saying it's impossible. What I'm saying is, realistically, no. And we have to be realistic. We're literally changing who we are becoming. So this is like you saying, if you weigh 250 pounds, it's like you saying, I'm trying to get down to 180 pounds and have a six pack, and I'll be completely muscled up and in the best shape of my life in 90 days. You think that's going to happen? No. So think about this. People who don't want to do the time, they dabble, they switch, they restart, and they stay stuck. The most in demand role is the one you can commit to long enough to become undeniable. The most in demand role is the one that you can commit to enough to say, I'm going to disregard the outcome. I'm just going to show up and become better and better every day. The moment, listen, you ever heard the analogy that whatever you chase, you don't catch? Whatever you keep chasing it, you just gonna run away from you. Just detach from the outcome. I know you want the role. I know you want the money. But just show up and say, you know what? Forget it right now. I'm just gonna get better and better and better every day. Next thing you know, the role and the money coming in quicker than you know. Quicker than you know. All right. So this is what people don't really want to talk about. Like you can leave this TikTok live tonight knowing your lane and still not execute a damn thing tomorrow. A lot of y'all right now, like, yo, oh, he hit in the gut. Oh my God. And then you go and don't do nothing about it tomorrow. But remember what I said. You don't remember what I said? Maybe you just joined. What I said was this. The moment from now on, this moment, let's say wherever you want to be is a $50,000 spread. Maybe you 50,000, you want to be at 100,000. Whatever, sorry, this moment forward, if you do not take action, you're losing $25,000 every 6 months. $25,000 every 6 months. Some of you already lost 150 because you done waited 3 years, saying the same bullshit, doing the same dumb shit. Hey, listen, I'm gonna talk to you. Like, y'all want me to talk to you real, doing the same bullshit, listening to somebody, getting a mindset shift, and then go and not doing anything about it at all. So most of y'all are gonna leave this live here tonight, knowing your lane and still not execute it tomorrow. And matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna tell you why. Because none of you have went to cloudcareerquiz.com to find out the role that's the best role for you and put it in the chat. I only seen a couple people do that. So this tells me right now, you're not even gonna do the things that I'm going over with you tonight. Even though if you have clarity, if you don't have structure in your life, it's gonna fade. Your motivation is temporary. This is what I'm gonna tell you. You could come in here fired up. The motivation is going to leave because life is going to life. So now you have to have structure in your life to say, I am becoming a different person. And in order for me to become a different person, these are the things that are non-negotiable every day. The energy gonna fade. You have to have the structure. So an execution environment is more powerful than motivation. And some of you don't know that you don't know. And some of you do know that you don't know. So here's the thing. You have to ask yourself, number one, who do I need to become in order to be successful in this industry? Okay. Number two, who do I need? The 5 people in your circle determines who you gonna be. And if you want to be a cloud engineer, if you're not connected with anybody that's a cloud engineer, making the money that you want to make, doing the things that you want to do, but also been where you are, it's gonna fail. It's gonna crumble. Can you do it on yourself? Can you do it by perhaps I could do this by myself? You can. But guess what? You got a huge learning curve. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know that you don't know. Right? Oh, well, brothers, I'm just waiting for the right path. Well, how do you know it's the right path when you come across it if you don't know what it takes to get into the industry? Make it make sense. Well, I've just been waiting for somebody to give me the right. You could have came across the right path 10 different times. You don't know because you don't know. If you knew, you would be where you wanted to be. You would be making $100,000 a year. Or if you're already making $100,000, you would be making 150. You would be making 175. If you knew, let's stop bullshitting each other, right? It's like on the first date with somebody just try to lie to you, you just see straight through the lies. You're like, listen, man, in order for us to move further into the relationship, we have to be completely honest with each other. Well, brothers, I'm looking for the right mentor. You don't know. You don't know. You've never been here. That's like, well, I'm looking for the right person, like right path to the NBA. You don't know what it takes to get to the NBA. You ain't never been. So you could have came across the right path 10 different times and you disregarded it because why? I'm going to tell you why. Because you didn't feel comfortable with the things that you seen it took to get to that next level. So it wasn't that you was waiting for the right path. It was you were waiting for the path to make you feel the most comfortable in making that first step. But it ain't no path that's going to make you feel comfortable. Everything is built to take you out of the comfort zone that you've been sitting in to get your ass to the next level and stretch you and grow you into the engineer. All the things that you're going to go through, the roadblocks, the stress, the anxiety, the failures, is the forging that you asked for to become the engineer that you asked the universe to be. Yeah. Okay. So look, if this has been valuable to y'all, like if this is value, please let me know. Like, give me LU. Put LU in the chat. Put LU in the chat, please. I just want to see. Put LU in the chat. Hold up. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Put LU in the chat. I just want to see if it's been valuable. Okay. So, with that being said, right? If you're serious about choosing your lane and executing it properly, all right, this is exactly why I built Lewitt Academy community. This is a school community that it is a community project based building system. You want to change, you want to take yourself to the next level and build a massive portfolio as a business to show companies that you can solve their problems. Okay? Then let me unlock this. This is our school community. This is school.com/Lewitt Academy. All right. So I'll just put that in the chat. Listen, simulations from the most up-to-date job descriptions in all types of roles. So we talking about AI, we talking about vibe coding, we talking about cloud, we talking about partners in there that's putting roles out there. We're talking about resume templates. We talking about live weekly sessions. And it's $67 a month. You can cancel anytime. If it makes sense for you to stop bullshitting with your career and jump into this community and start building that hands-on straight tonight. I even do guided labs, guided simulations as well, video that really help you understand how to solve these problems. Join. As soon as you join, I'll see you inside. You want the accountability? You want the direct support that you've been looking for? Stop bullshitting. Sorry, y'all. I'm just a person that keeps it honest and keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So it's not built for passive learners. This is built for people who just said tonight, you're done restarting. I am done. It stops now. This is who that's for. Okay? So understand this. Listen carefully. The information I've gave y'all does not change your life. The decision to act on that information can. Decisions change your life. Being decisive can change your life. Okay? So tonight you got two paths, right? You can leave here motivated. And like I said, tomorrow nothing changes. And if nothing changes, we have to think about what else doesn't change. Your paycheck doesn't change. The situation at home doesn't change. Your dreams don't change. You looking your partner in the face and trying to figure out what y'all gonna do for this next year because it ain't changing because you decided that you want to change. Or you got second decision. You put yourself in an environment that forces execution. That is decision. And that can change your life in the next 6 months to 12 months. So tonight, I just want y'all to decide, regardless of what happens, who are you becoming? Who are you becoming over this next 6 months? Think about that. Who am I becoming? Comment, I am. Whatever role that you've been thinking about and dreaming about, I want you to comment, and I am a what? I am a cloud engineer. I am a tech support engineer. I am a FinOps engineer. I am a DevOps engineer. I am an AI engineer. I am a cloud security engineer. Put it in the comments. I want you to tell yourself who you are. And that's the thing that you're going to tell yourself daily. Who are you? Tell me. Tell me who you are. Tell me. Comment right now. Who are you? I want to see more. 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 Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? So, once again, school.com/Lewitt Academy. Okay. This is for you. And I just appreciate y'all like just joining me on these lives. This is the first one on TikTok. I think this has been pretty successful. I really like it. Hopefully this was super valuable for y'all. Hopefully this changed somebody's life. Hopefully this changed someone's mindset. Hopefully you got the message and you're not going to BS your career. All right. So follow me if you haven't. Make sure you hit that follow button. I put out content daily. I really just try to change this. The tech can be learned. Just remember that. Like the tech can be learned. It's not the tech that's going to stop you. It's your mindset that's going to stop you. You are your own worst enemy. And I'm here to help you get out your way. Change your thinking. Change your life. All right. So see y'all next time. And let's continue to level up. And for those of you that asked to send me the GitHub and LinkedIn link in my inbox, go ahead and do that because I want to check out your projects. But let's continue to level up for 2026. You ask the universe, and the universe is giving you people, situations, energy, everything to make it so. The only thing you have to do is just make the decision. All right. See y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.